On to topic 3. We have Mamamoo's mini album White Wind, which is the end of their quadrilogy of doing seasonal album things, even though we got 2 in winter. They missed fall or spring. I don't remember. They missed one, right?
Because Yellow Flower was like yellow, because it was Yellow Flower, Red Moon, Blue is, and then White Wind. So
yeah, and didn't Yellow Flower come out in like March?
Yeah,
February even.
I was just like, okay,
so
this is the winter
the
one.
The spring one came out before the winter one in terms of months. So whatever.
RBW has no concept of seasons.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay. We'll get straight into it. The first track is Where Are You? And for me, I like the minimalist instrumentals. Per usual, if you know me, that I like when songs do that. They do a lot of really cool small like solos to make it interesting, despite being only a few instruments at a time. So there's like different sections where different instruments get like small little solo parts. Vocals and rap are fantastic, like usual to Mamamoo, like it's what you'd expect. The one thing that I wish, like the one thing that bugged me with this song is the Where Are You part gets like a little repetitive. It takes up too much of the song in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So like the part itself is fine, but it's just used too many times.
Yeah.
And it just gets old.
I think this. Where do I start with this song? Like, it just feels super safe and super boring. It's basically like It's this album's No More Drama, just like the super ridiculously safe track. And I don't know. When I listen to Mamamoo, like what I want out of Mamamoo is not necessarily safe all the time. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like this felt like. Even the vocals kind of sound lazy to me. In all honesty, it's like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? That's kind of the vibe I get. I know that's kind of like the going for the chill type of thing, but it literally just sounds like they don't care at this point. And oh man, this is just like an omen for like how much or how little I was going to enjoy the rest of the album.
See, most of the album I was fine with, but next we have Gogobebe, which is the title of the album, or the single of the album. And yeah, this is the other one that I was not really a big fan of. So this is just a more boring Egotistic, and I think Egotistic was one of my least favorite Mamamoo singles anyway. So it's just it didn't do anything different at all.
It didn't do anything, period.
Exactly. And then, well, not only did it not do anything, the song, like, so there's the different parts of the song. There's the triplet part, there's like the Ella part, and all the different singing and rapping parts. And all of them sound so disjointed. They don't flow into each other at all. The song, like, just like you said, it just feels like it doesn't do anything. The only notable part of the song is Moonbyul's rap, in my opinion.
Yep.
Which is standard. Like, her raps are always fantastic. But yeah, the song itself was not good. I think the music video is decent. The styling wasn't great for a lot of their outfits though. Like the little, like, them just having fun, like trying to go to a party and like people like trolling them and like switching the rooms around, and they go to like a nerdy room and stuff. Like, I don't know, like it was a fun Mamamoo music video, but it wasn't anything special. And the outfits were like really weird, especially Hwasa's boots.
Hey,
which I'm
don't
sure
hate
you'll
on
talk
don't hate on like the freaking like
the weird paper falling apart boots.
It looks like hey, that's like freaking some like level 100 like pauldrons or like leg armor.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
yeah. And the choreo seemed good, but like the song was not great.
Oh, I mean, that's my starting point. The choreo for this was terrible, and
oh really?
I am shocked by.
There wasn't much of it in the music video, to be honest. So
and I was just like, okay, I didn't see much of it, and I watched the live stage, and they're not even doing anything. In all honesty, there's not even any choreo,
just like the song.
There's not. I mean, it's shocking to me because this was choreographed by Minam Young, aka like my favorite choreographer from 1 Million, and I mean, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, I guess. Like, I don't know. I feel like there are some of their live stages where they perform like funny B-sides that I feel like they put way more effort into than they did with Gogobebe. Like you mentioned, it sounds like a cheap imitation of Egotistic. I mean, I loved Egotistic, but I mean, this just sounds like they got like the karaoke version of the instrumental and tried to make a different.
Exactly it.
That's literally the only way to describe this song. Oh God. Yeah, and it's kind of a letdown because I do enjoy the vocals in most parts of this song, but yeah, it just when the instrumental just almost doesn't exist. There's no point to like, oh, the vocals are good because it barely qualifies as a song as it is. And as much as I'm harping on like choreography, I know Mamamoo's not like freaking G-Friend type group where they're literally known for like how intense their choreography is. I feel like you can try harder. You can definitely try harder. Like the song that they're straight up copying, Egotistic, has way better choreography than this. Like they got the whole like this thing going. Like I learned part of the choreography, so I know how cool it is or whatever. I didn't have too many problems with the outfits. I like weird Mamamoo outfits, so. Especially, I loved Ween's outfit was probably the standout for me. I'm just a sucker for like bodysuit and like track pants and freaking bucket hat, like basically streetwear type of thing. So
yeah.
Let's get to the best song of the album now.
Next we have Waggy, and this is a cute joke song about dogs. So Mamamoo always does like joke songs, and yeah, this one's just like a really cute song, and it's about dogs. I think the beat is simple but effective. It's very upbeat and keeps the energy going. Also, them making dog sounds is adorable.
Did you watch the live stage?
And no, I didn't.
Oh my God, it's so good.
And the solo like trumpet accompaniment was fantastic too. Yeah, this was way better than the single for the previous two songs. I don't think it's my favorite song on the album, but it's definitely one of the best.
This is my favorite song. I feel like this is a better representation of who Mamamoo are as artists than Gogobebe will ever be, in all honesty. Like, This is what I think of when I think Mamamoo. Not even just like the nature of like the funny nature of the song, but even just like the way that they do vocals. I don't know, just like everything about it just screams Mamamoo to me way more than like Gogobebe did. Even the choreography for this was way better. They tried harder. Yeah. Like it's not even that intense of a choreography, but the live stage is amazing. It's literally just them wearing like kigurumi, like the pajamas, where they're dressed up as animals, like dogs and cats and everything. Like I don't know. I just enjoyed this like way. Like if this was a single, I'd give this album like a 10 out of 10. Like just for the balls to like put out a funny song like this as a single, and because they've done it before. They've made music videos for God, it was.
I think this will probably get a music video.
Oh, it better. If they don't, like my score could entirely change based on whether or not this gets a music video. Just because I feel like it's such an amazing song and more people need to listen to it. So. Like I take Waggy over Gogobebe like any day of the week.
Next we have 25, which is Ween's solo. So like we said, this was a quadrilogy, and each of them got their own solo on an album. And she kills it with her super smooth R&B that she excels at. I thought the instrumentals are simple but effective. I really like the tiny piano line. It's like 5 notes and it repeats a lot. But it's really catchy and it's used well, even though it repeats. So yeah, I thought this was great. Definitely the rest of the album, like from Waggy on, I enjoyed. It was mostly just those first 2 tracks that were I had issues with.
I've used this term before of like Mamamoo comfort food, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm definitely a bit lenient on them, is because I like a lot of these R&B tracks from them, just because there aren't too many girl groups capable of like the vocals that Mamamoo often delivers on their albums. So that's why this was excellent. I love Ween's voice on this. I'd say the only thing is that these tracks just stand out way more for being good, just because I hated everything else. That's the thing, though. I don't.
Were not great.
You can't really. I can't really survive off of Mamamoo comfort food forever, though. That's the ultimate thing where even that's gonna get stale for a while. But I mean, this is great. Like it. I don't know if you necessarily like if I were to rank the solos like between like Hwasa's solo, I forget, it was like Stay something.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I'll look it up like now, but if you or later, but between Hwasa's solo, Moonbyul's, Solar's, and Wien's, I'd put this right up there with Hwasa's and with Moonbyul's. So yeah, it's definitely one of the better solos, and yeah, I'm glad Wien's making more like R&B music as well, because her voice is just perfect for this type of thing.
Yeah. Next we have Bad Bye, and this is a group R&B song, so it's kind of continuing the last song just as a group. Vocals are outstanding as usual, and once again Moonbyul's rap stands out. The beat drop for it was fantastic, and then she killed it like usual. And I think the piano and synth lines really complement the song, because they're interesting enough, but they don't like take away the focus from the vocals.
Yeah.
So like it really, I think the mixing and the production on the song worked really well.
Yeah, again, this is more Mamamoo comfort food. Yeah, that piano line is definitely a huge standout here, and that mix of like trap and R&B on top of these great vocals. Yeah, again, it's just more of what you'd expect from a Mamamoo album. So no complaints from me here.
Next we have My Star, and this is my favorite track. This is something different from Mamamoo, and I think they did really well. I really like the sci-fi style synths at the beginning, and then the super brassy beats that drop for the chorus. It's really powerful. It sounds almost like a guy group song. Vocals and harmonies are top tier. And yeah, I just love the power and the vocal and rap showcase of this song. Like, I think this or the previous song Bad Bye should have been the single by far. This is just something that stands out because it's different and good. Like you said, this isn't their comfort food. This isn't something they do a ton of, but I thought they did it really well.
I wanted to like this song so bad.
You didn't
so
like it?
bad. No, this is garbage.
I like it.
There was so much potential here, just because again, it's like that super powerful, the chorus especially, this is like the super powerful like EXO, like NCT Monsta X type of boy group song, and I'm just like, okay, I'm down for a Mamamoo that does that, but holy crap, are these verses like so lazy. Incredibly like lazily done. I mean, I could get started on my like issue with how people just utilize triplet like rapping, where it's just a fallback instead of creating anything more intricate. I don't know. Like, I would have I'm trying to like separate myself that from it even being the fact that it's Mamamoo. Like, even if there was a boy group that did something like this, I felt like I'd still be critical of it, just because like it really is the verses just really let this song down, because the chorus is really cool and awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
And it makes like an awesome like video or like choreography to it, but man, they just really go nowhere with the verses, so it just, that's where it falls flat for me, man. Even when they branch out, it's just, I don't know. I'm just kind of at my wit's end when it comes to Mamamoo. I don't know what the way forward is for them, because they have kind of tried everything at this point, but maybe they just need a break at this point, just because they've been putting out this much music over a year is kind of, or like, it's definitely a lot.
Yeah. And finally, we have Four Season, the outro. This is just a short, quick piano-based R&B track. I don't know, it felt kind of weird as an outro, because it's like half of a song. It's just like, it's not really an outro. It's like they started doing an R&B track and then it just got cut short.
It's like a PV, like a Japanese.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Music
it just felt a little weird. Like, I feel like they should have just made this a full song, or had an actual outro. But yeah, they kind of had this weird in between that stuck out to me as just, I don't know, it was just a weird way to end the album.
Yeah.
It's not a bad song.
No, it's not a bad song. If anything, I feel like Four Season is way better than some of the other songs in this album. Like, why does this one get the shaft compared to, like, the songs that they decide to flesh out on this album? Man.
Yeah.
I feel like this whole album was just super confusing to me in general. Just like all the decisions that they made. And like in retrospect, it kind of felt like my enjoyment of each of the seasonal albums was just less and less as it went on. Because I loved Yellow Flower. Red Sun was pretty good too. Blues, I had my issues with. This, I have a lot of issues with. So I don't know. They probably do need a break, because if it's that noticeable of a dip in quality, then that means they're just they don't got anything in the tank for them at this point, so they don't got to force it.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll get to ratings. So for me, I really, the only things I had issues with were first two songs. Like Where Are You? I didn't hate, but there are definitely problems. Like I said, I think it's repetitive. And then Gogobebe, I just think was a complete miss. And then Fourth Season, the only problem I had with it was being this weird middle outro thing. I didn't really have a problem with the song. So I gave him a 5.5 for music. It might be a little generous considering how much I didn't like Gogobebe, but I really liked My Star, and the R&B tracks and Waggy. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But I only give him a 1.5 for concept, because like you said, like the choreo just was like, and I didn't think the styling was that great. And the music video was okay, but it was just it was a Mamamoo music video, but it wasn't like it wasn't special at all. So just a 1.5 there. So I gave it a 7 overall. Which if you know me as rating, that's like that's a bad album. But it's not, I don't think it's bad, but yeah, it's definitely not great. It's not amazing at all. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna revisit like much off of this album except Waggy.
Yeah.
Going into my scores, 1.5 for the single, and even that's being kind of generous.
Yeah, I was gonna say, using your rating, I would probably give it a 0.5 or a 1 if I had rated
that's me being generous. Like, because I do feel like just because it's that score is just like entirely riding on Mamamoo's like vocals. Like even on bad songs, their vocals are still stand out. So
yeah, exactly.
Album, I gave it 3. Literally, the album tracks are pretty much the saving grace of this. And concept, I gave a straight up 1 out of 3, because like my gripes with the choreography. I just felt there was nothing interesting about the music video. It's something that they've done kind of like before. Like they really got to do something new with their music videos. Like they can, I don't know, just at this point I don't feel the creativity of it. And so that's a total of a 5.5 out of 10, which is, I never expected to give a Mamamoo album this low of a score. And I don't know if probably all the Mamoos are going to come from my head, but I don't know. I mean, it's a group I love, so maybe that's why I'm being pretty strict on it, but I just expect
you're pulling the Umu route.
Yeah, I am pulling the Umu route, probably. It's just because I love this group. It's literally the group. Hwasa's thighs are literally the catalyst that brought truly Daebak together. So, I don't know. I expect more from them because I've seen what they can do before. And I know what they're capable of as a group where their vocals are unmatched. So, maybe go away from chasing the Latin vibes for a bit. Go back to see where you can take the incredible vocals that they have as a group, in what genres you can sort of explore with in that. And I think that's where they start. I think that's where they start off going forward. Just see where you can take their vocals from here.
Yeah. Jacob liked it a little bit more than us. He said, still sticking with the Latin-inspired vibe for this album, we now have the final mini-album in the quadrilogy. I think overall this was a pretty solid release where all the songs on the album are decent that I'd revisit every now and then. While this is true, I don't think this was much was as much evolution from the last release as I would have liked. I'm willing to forgive this due to the fact that this was part of a series, but I'm hoping for a bit more experimentation in the next comeback. Standout tracks for me include Where Are You, and especially the hard-hitting My Star, which sounded a lot like Mamamoo singing an edgy boy group song, which I really enjoyed. I thought this was a really strong release, but again, I'm hoping for more new ground to be covered in the next release. Maybe lean into the style of music used in My Star. I think that would actually be an interesting direction to take a more edgy visual style. And so he gave it a 6 out of 7 for music and a 2 out of 3 for concept, so an 8 out of 10 overall.
Cooper's thoughts were as critical as mine.
Cooper really doesn't like Mamamoo.
Damn.
He's like, I don't get it anymore. I don't get why everyone likes them.
Cooper says, quote, most of these tracks feel really bare-boned and low energy to me. I wasn't excited or hyped about any of these. Gogobebe just sounds like a lesser egotistic, and most of the B-sides are boring. My Star is the standout, a jolt of energy at the end of the album. The MV is pretty good. Some of the outfits are questionable, but I enjoy the visuals and their touch of humor, which they always add. He gives a 4 out of 7 for music, a 2.5 out of 3 for concept, leading to a 6.5 out of 10. Now, doing all the math and crunching up the numbers, we get a score of 6.75, which rounds up to a 7.
7, which seems a little generous. But
that's very generous, I'd say.
I mean, I gave it a 7, but
yeah,
that's a 7 for me. That's like a 4 for you.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, yeah, what we said, maybe just see what new direction they can go off in. Having all 4 members be good at vocals, they're in no way limited in what kind of genres they can tackle. And if anything, maybe give them a break, in all honesty, because right now RBW is preparing another group. I know I'll get into this in ProduceCast, or if you're listening to this, I would have addressed this in ProduceCast. But RBW is working on a new girl group with like Nagaon and other trainees. So like maybe it's time to give Mamamoo a bit of a break, retool what their sound is, and give whatever this new RBW girl group is more of the spotlight. So that's just a thought for me.
They have won us, and hashtag stream Valkyrie. Because Valkyrie was great.
Yeah, there's
Baron.
You're at this point. RBW is no longer like if maybe in 2015.
Not just Mamamoo.
Yeah, 2015-ish. It was just Mamamoo. Where at this point they're in no way starved for groups, so they don't have to rely on just Mamamoo anymore.
Romance is dead though, right? Like
they just kind of do like stuff from time to time, but
yeah. Well, I'm reading their Wikipedia page. It said, so they promoted in April last year. August 3rd, they released their 7th single, and it didn't get any music video or promotions. And then, as of January 2019, they are not scheduled to have a comeback. So, God.
Please bring Romance back. I love them too.
They're gonna focus on One Us and One We.
All right, so let us know in the comments below what your thoughts were on Mamamoo's White Wind. Did you like Gogobebe? Did you think this was one of the best? Oh God, why is this coming out of my mouth? Did you think this was one of the best of the seasonal albums?
If you do, you should go to a doctor.
Yeah, are you in complete agreement with us? Definitely let us know, especially if you're a hardcore Moo, because I know there's a lot of you out there. So I definitely want to know what everyone's opinions are. Let us know in the comments below. So I think with that, we can just kind of take it out from here.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the end of episode 113. If you're wondering why it was only 3 topics, we're recording ProduceCast. Episode 8, 9, who knows? 9? I
think 9?
I don't know.
I'll find out when I switch
We're recording a ProduceCast, and that'll be coming out. That will have come out before this on Monday as topic 1 of this week, as its own little thing. Just talking about upcoming groups. So check out that. And yeah, that's it for this episode. If you liked it, like, subscribe, share, join Discord, follow us on Twitter, review us on iTunes,
Spotify.
Yeah, we're on Spotify now. We're on Google Podcast, whatever that's called. I don't even know. I think it's Google Podcasts, I think is what it's called. So yeah. And that's it for us.
Wait, do you have anything else? Do we have anything? Like
I don't have anything.
I mean, we have.
I don't have anything till Korea. So,
as you mentioned, there's like March Madness. There's
yeah.
a lot
Discord
of stuff going on. Let
Yeah,
us
we're
know if you.
doing 2013 to 2014 boy group rating, as well as Vic's discography rating right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of got put on hold while we focus on the March Madness visual tournaments, which is
Very heated.
I think top 8 right now.
Oh,
Something like that. We're getting there.
Elite 8. Okay. So yeah, if you want to participate in any of that, again, you can reach us at our Discord. Please join. It's Discord's arguably the best part of this whole thing. Let us know if you have any ideas of what our panel should be, or what panel ideas we could potentially have for KCON. We'll definitely try to figure that out and get in contact as soon as possible. And if you're attending KCON, yeah, definitely maybe put in a good word for us, like tweet at people. I don't know how to use my social influence to get what I want.
We don't have social influence.
Till next time, then.
Okay.
Stay hidden.
Stay what?
Stay hidden, because we have no influence.
Throbbingly hidden.
Bye-bye.
Should have said stay sleepless.
Stay sleepless. Okay, we can go with that. Stay
Throbbingly sleepless.
As long as that happens, and as long as they have that much control over business and influence, social influence, political influence, as long as they have allies in the Blue House, or as long as they have allies in government, like, none of this is going to change. Nothing. Like,